Hey everybody, this is Deanna Kosaraju with Global Tech Women. Welcome back to Voices 2015. A very important session we have next, and Friday afternoon is the perfect time to have this discussion. How to remain easy when you're busy. Punam Nagpal is, I have a bio for her. I was going to read it real briefly. She has been part of the high-tech industry for more than 18 years. She is part of the Cisco family since 2000. The first 12 years leading various projects in Cisco engineering and customer support. And now she's a member of the customer and partner assurance team. And she leads software quality efforts to improve customers' experiences with the company's products. Her passions extend beyond software quality to the quality in relationships and life. As a leader for Cisco's Women in Science and Engineering program, Punam inspires other women, both in Silicon Valley and beyond, about maintaining work-life balance. She is also active in encouraging girls and young women to pursue STEM studies and careers. She is a frequent guest speaker at international women's conferences like Voices, where she discusses the importance of work-life balance. She is also the mother of two children, a 14-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old son. Her husband is also working in the high-tech industry, which I'm sure many of us can identify with. So we welcome her today, and a couple of housekeeping announcements. Over here on the right-hand side, I see a number of you are already taking advantage of the chat window. That's excellent. Introduce yourself where you are. We love to network during these sessions. And if you have any questions, please also post those there, and we'll try to get to them when we can. Secondly, I'm going to put up a PowerPoint presentation, and I'll go ahead and do that right now. And you can drag and drop that PowerPoint presentation anywhere on the screen you'd like, and you can follow along. There's 25 slides, so our speaker is going to let us know what slide number she's on so that we can follow along with her. If you're having a sound issue or anything like that, it's very possible you might have to refresh your browser. Usually that takes care of it if you get an echo or don't hear us or some kind of sound issue. Refreshing the browser usually solves that problem. But if you have any other issues, you can reach me on chat. You can reach me on email at deanna@globaltechwomen.com, or you can tweet us at #voices2015. And so with that, I will hand it over to our illustrious speaker, and I look forward to the session.
Thank you, Deanna, for warm welcome. It is my pleasure to join all of you today and share my journey. I'm sure all of you who are joining me today know that we have a shortage of women talent in the technology sector. The challenge is lots of women are leaving workforce because of non-supportive organization culture or demands in other parts of their life. The consequences, women leave technology companies at twice the rate of men. It is critical to understand what is under our control and what is not when it comes to effective organization culture and other factors in our life. Today, I'm going to share a few practical tips which really helped me to stay in technology during adverse situations. Think about how you can incorporate them into your life. And I believe by following these tips, you will remain easy and become more effective and efficient in your day job. And same time, you will enjoy your life. So how do you like this picture? I'm sure you are wishing you have more than 2 hands and 24 hours in a day so that you can do more. And sure, you can have multiple hands, you can have helping hands, but you will not have more than 24 hours in a day. Knowing you will not have more hours, so how do we make best out of our time? And how do we thrive in what we do? So this topic is very important to me, how to remain easy when you are busy, because we are in demanding life. It's fast paced. We are running like machines. We need to be easy. So in today's seminar, I'm going to talk about holistic development. It's because I believe, I am a person, I'm a wholesome. I just don't bring my head and hands to work. I do bring my heart to work. If something is bothering me at home, definitely my productivity at work is impacted. And if something is not going well at work, I do take it to home. I cannot simply keep my heart at home and I can say, oh no, I'm working. So if even my child is sick at home, it does bother me, right? It does impact my productivity at work. So what I'm trying to say here, even though we try to say work life and we have personal life, but we just have one life, right? We are trying to put those boundaries, but reality is we do take work at home, we work from home, and we bring our home chores to work. We do book our doctor appointments during working hours. So what is the metric? How do we find out if I'm enjoying what I'm doing? Am I effective? Am I happy? So do we have any measurement like that? So I was asking all those questions to myself and came up with this presentation. So before we start our today's dialogue, I'm saying dialogue because I would definitely like to hear from you what makes you uneasy so that we can have meaningful conversation. So before we start this dialogue, let's see, what is the reason why women in technology, they leave workforce. So I'm on slide number 2. As you can see, there are many factors, right? Working conditions, too many hours. 30% women are complaining. 27, they are saying too much travel. They want to spend time with their family. 22, they are saying they did not like work. 17%, they are saying they did not like culture, their boss or co-workers. I will tell you one example. I do mentor many women here in Cisco and outside Cisco. So one came up to me and she said her boss does not like her. And my question to her was, do you like your boss? And she said no. So it is very clear to me, if you don't like someone and you are expecting them to like you, it will not happen. Because relationship, in my mind, is exchange of energy. What you think about others, it does reaches to them. So we will talk about all these conditions, and as I'm saying, we need to understand what is under my control. Can I change organization culture? Who is making this system, right? We are part of this system. But instead of breaking head to change the system, can I take control of my inner world? Can I change my working habits, right? Who will ask me to do less hours of work, right? Who will ask me to spend more time or less time, right? It's my life. I am the owner. I need to make those decisions, right? So throughout this presentation, I will give you few examples from my personal journey and few examples from my work journey, where, when I also faced these challenges, but I had that awareness. I knew, what is under my control and how do I change? How do I respond to the situations instead of reacting? So to start our dialogue, take a moment. I'm on slide 2, rather 3. So tell me, what does make you uneasy? When do you feel uncomfortable? And then I'm going to share my discovery. I did that exercise several years back. And it's very amazing, we don't spend time with ourselves, even we don't know what's bothering me, right? So take a moment and put these things in the chat window so that we can have that meaningful conversation. When do you feel uncomfortable? When do you feel stress? Right, not enough time to get everything done. Absolutely. That's true. And as I said in the beginning, knowing yes, there are 24 hours in a day, right? Way too many things to do. Yep. Uncertainty, future, we don't know. Feeling guilty, not getting back to everyone. Right, right. So I think more or less my story is same. Changing direction, as other people are saying, uncertainty, right? Like unknowns. We are supposed to do one thing one day, next day things change. So how do we remain stable? How do we remain easy? I'm on slide 4. So I would like to share my discovery. And on higher level, I categorized those in 4 R's. First one is relations. Relation to my children, relation with my spouse, relation with my husband, my boss, my colleagues, my friends, my relatives, my mother-in-law, right? My kids, they don't listen to me. My husband forgot to wish me happy birthday. He did not give me wedding present. My boss does not understand me. My coworkers, they are not supportive. They don't collaborate. They don't cooperate with me. Right? So we are like kind of seeing what's happening today with respect to relationships. We don't have that mutual trust, mutual respect, right? Small things does bother me, right? So that's what, I think it's very, very important to know what kind of relationship do I have with myself before I complain my relationship with others. Other category, responsibilities. Response to my abilities. Do I know my own capabilities? Do I know my capacity? Right? Am I wearing too many hats? Am I trying to be everywhere? Right? Why do we feel overwhelmed? So I think all of us need to be aware. I know people say yes, and opportunities comes to you, don't say no. But I believe we need to know what is my limit. I don't want to feel overwhelmed when I'm saying yes to something. Other category, roles. Each of us are playing multiple roles. I am mother of 2. I am wife. I am sister. I am employee. Many roles, right? And job roles. Am I enjoying what I'm doing at work? That's one aspect. Other aspect, I'm getting upset looking at others' roles. Why he is doing like that? Why she's doing like that? Why don't they do what I tell them to do? Right? We try to control others. So that also makes me uncomfortable, right? If they are not listening to me. Last category, resources. We all need resources. We need money. We need our gadgets, iPads, iPhones. We want to lead comfortable life, stay in nice house, right? Money is important for all of us. And that is the reason I'm also working, right? Don't get me wrong. But question is, am I enjoying what I have? Why, am I running this race of having more and more and more while I'm not enjoying what I have, right? And that comparison with others, she has more than me, she's driving better car than me, right? So those things also makes me uncomfortable. So this is my self discovery, and I'm sure you can relate with me. But during this presentation, I will tell you these 4 R's which I mentioned right now, which makes me uncomfortable. How did I change my perspective? How did I change my attitude, my thoughts? Because of which all these 4 R's are now making me comfortable. So it's very interesting. You will also see, it's not that hard, but it's matter of, bridging that gap. Everybody knows we need to do positive thinking. But am I doing it? Am I bridging that gap? So once you bridge that gap, you will see beautiful things happening in your life. So I am right now on slide 5. And as I was saying, we are working like machines. We are running this race. We always want more, right? So the question is now, am I a human being or am I a machine? And as we were saying, there are 24 hours in a day. What do we generally think? We think 12 hours I can work and 12 hours I can keep to myself. We all know we do need 8 hours of sleep. So how many hours are left now? Only 4 hours. While you need to do your social responsibilities, responsibility towards your family, you have house chores, you have many other things, right? So especially I notice, we mothers, we are always available for our children, for others, but we don't have time for our own self. Right? I was saying like we do treat ourselves as machines, but we do charge our machines. We do charge our cell phones. We do charge our laptops. But do I charge myself? And what do I mean by charging? We will figure it out during this presentation. How do I connect with myself, and how do I find out what's bothering me, and how do I, clean my mind? That's what in my mind is charging. How do I energize myself? So it's very important. Like we all the time says, I need to do this, I need to do that. Doing. Yes, we are now becoming human doings, but we don't think how I want to be when I'm doing all these things, right? So I'm saying, yes, we all need to work. We need to work hard to earn money to pay our bills, right? But if we keep treating ourselves like machines, what will happen over the time? I'm on slide 6 now. What happens when you are uneasy for a long time? Here I'm showing stress meter. We build up that stress. We don't even realize, how it is going to harm us over the time. I'm sure you have heard about boiling frog syndrome. We humans and frogs are amazing creation. We do have capability to get adjusted to the environment. If we do put a frog in a pot and we start boiling the water, frog will be able to adjust to that. But before just water start boiling, frog is not able to jump out of it and he dies. You may say, culprit is boiling water. Culprit is not the boiling water. It's incapability of frog because he lost his strength adjusting to that environment. So that's what is happening to us indirectly when we are treating ourselves as machine. We think pressure is good. It will keep us motivated. I'm not denying, goals are good, deadlines are good. It gives you direction. It makes you move forward. But if you do remain in that continuous pressure mode without even realizing that stress is harming you until you see the very much very physical impact on your health or in your behavior, right? I can give you example, when you just meet traffic one day, you feel irritated, you feel like, tension. But if you're hitting that traffic every day, you will feel stress over the time. So it's very, very important for all of us to know, am I, continuously running in that mode? We all think, stress is normal. Stress is common for sure, but it is not normal. It is not natural. Nobody likes stress. Nobody wants to be stressed, right? Everybody, all of us, we like to be happy. We like to be joyful. That is natural, not the stress, right? So what happens? What happens if we are remaining in that environment and we are kind of not taking good care of ourselves? That stress builds up and depression happens. So I'm on slide number 7. As I was saying in the beginning, women are leaving technology sector twice the rate than men. And same thing is seen from data. Women are having 2 times more depression than men. And there could be various reasons. Men, they never go through postpartum depression. They never go through prenatal depression. They don't know how it feels to have that menopause phase, right? So there are many reasons. Women definitely needs to take more care of themselves. They need to learn how to empower themselves. Otherwise, these rates will go up. So message I'm trying to give is take good care of yourself, right? So we talked about, yes, there are problems. So now I would like to shift your attention towards solutions. How do we remain easy? Knowing we have 24 hours, knowing we cannot change the system, knowing there will be problems, right? What can you do to remain easy? I'm sure you all have flight experience. I'm on slide number 9. Here I'm showing you a flight attendant who is having oxygen mask. When you are on aeroplane, they ask you to put oxygen mask on yourself before even you put to your loved ones. There is a deep message, because if you are not able to take care of your own self, you cannot take care of your loved ones, your children. Same thing applies here. If you are not feeling good, your productivity at work is impacted. Your behavior at home will be impacted. You will give to others what you have. When you're treating yourself like machines, you're draining out yourself, and you go at home with that energy, that's what you will give to your children and your spouse. So my request to all of you is take good care of yourself. Remember, I was talking about that relationship with yourself. Give yourself some time, find out what's bothering you. And I will talk about, how do we take care also when something is bothering me, right? And we were talking about responsibility, response to my ability. I'm on slide number 10. Do I have my remote control in my hand? Have I taken responsibility of my inner world? For your TV remote, you certainly would not give that remote control to someone else. You want to view the channel you like. But what has happened for our inner world? I have given that remote to my children, to my boss, to my husband. My children, they can push any button, and they can say, "Mommy, you did not cook well," and I can feel low. My husband can say anything to me and I can feel low. My boss, but he is giving my performance review comments, and this is not what I would like to listen. I can feel low. So imagine when you have given your remote control to so many people, and then they can push the buttons, and now your own emotions, your own feelings are not under your control. If somebody is praising Punam, Punam is happy. And if somebody did not say so good things about Punam, Punam is feeling bad, right? So what has happened now? Am I master of my own self? Am I having that control of my emotions on myself? We always want to change others. We want others to behave the way I want them to behave, but I am not able to change my own self. That's very interesting, right? So start looking. Have you given your remote control in others' hands? How do you take that control back? I am on slide 11. Protect yourself. I was saying, we are playing multiple roles every day. But am I enjoying my role? I don't have, enough time today. It's just 1 hour. But I was telling Deanna, every slide could be an hour session, hour-long session. So I will just touch basing on these concepts. But if you're enjoying what I'm sharing today, please do give that feedback to Deanna and myself, and I will come back to share more. So I wanted to share SWOT analysis, personal SWOT analysis. So I learned that from my sister. I'm very thankful to her. She taught me, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are opportunities and what are the threats? Right? So I did that personal SWOT analysis for myself, and I came to know the role I was playing at work. I was not enjoying that. Then I decided, it's not worth to keep complaining, right? So I need to protect myself. I need to find solutions. And I did change my job role. And I'm doing wonderful what I'm doing right now. So it's okay to change job role. It's okay to protect yourself. But question is, like, don't leave. That's what breaks my heart. When I see women leaving technology sector. I had one known to who was doing development. She was in development engineering and she was feeling a lot of stress. And she thought, test engineering will help her. It will have less stress. She went there and she's doing, but she did not enjoy that job role also. Then she went to program management and she did not enjoy that job role also. And ultimately she quit it. You can change job roles, you can change your spouses, you can change your boss, but for how long? As I said in the beginning, we cannot change others, right? We need to protect ourselves. Here I'm showing very wise woman who is protecting herself using umbrella. We cannot keep complaining, it's raining, it's raining. What do? We protect ourselves. We can use raincoat, we can use umbrella. When it is hot, you can turn on AC. When it is cold, you can put warm clothes. We all know how to protect ourselves. But when it comes to stress, we keep complaining. It's stressful, it's stressful, it's stressful. Is it wise to complain? Or do I need to find solution to protect myself? And I will admit, environment does matter. When you're weak and you don't have good immune system, yes, you can catch cold, you can catch virus. But other people who are in the same environment, who have stronger immune system, they will not catch cold, right? So how do we protect ourselves? How do we build that inner strength, that immune system, so that we are not feeling that stress? Other thing, when I'm thinking about this topic, people will say whatever they want to say. But do I need to absorb all the negativity? Do I need to put myself down? So let's see, what else can we do to protect ourselves? I'm sure you have that experience of calling your friend. I'm on slide number 12. When your friend is not feeling good and you come to know about it, you do make a phone call to your friend. You try to cheer them up. You try to give wonderful advices to them, right? And same thing, when you are not feeling good, your friend can cheer you up. We are wonderful giving advices to others, but we don't give the same advice to our own self. So I am showing here and making a request to all of you. Next time, whenever you are in a situation where you don't know what you want to do, just get detached and pretend this is happening to your friend. And give that advice to yourself what you would give to your friend. Talk to yourself the way you would like to talk to your friend. Make that phone call connection to your own self. Your friend can cheer you up. You can cheer up your friend. You do have that potential. It's just a matter of making that connection with your own self. I will give you a quick story here. I have a 14-year-old daughter, and she had her final exams and she was feeling a lot of stress. It was just 2 days remaining and she came to me and she told me she's feeling stressed. So I told her, pretend your friend is coming to you with the same situation. What advice will you give to your friend? And she came up with all wonderful advices. She started telling, you have worked whole year. It's, you have worked hard and it's just matter of 2 days. Anyway, exam will happen. Just be happy, do your best and leave rest on, God. So I was amazed to see. I said, why don't you give these advices to your own self? And trust me, it does work. Next time, please do try it and drop me an email saying thank you because it will work. So another wonderful advice to build up your inner strength. I'm on slide number 13. Clean your mind after every hour. When something is spilled on your carpet or on your couch, you immediately clean it. You don't want that stain to get permanent. Now, if something is bothering you, don't you want to clean it? Do you love your carpet or your couch more than your own self? So what I do, after every hour, I do check my inner state. I do check my happiness index. And if something is bothering me, I do clean my mind. I don't want to carry that hurt for next hour. So here today I want you all of you to experience with me, that power of 1 minute break. We all take physical breaks. We do take bio breaks, we take water breaks, right? But we don't take that break which our mind needs. I have given reference of a website here, justaminute.org, and we call it JAM. You will find beautiful 1 minute commentary, and you can even have apps on your iPhones. There is an app, the top priority. What I have done, I have made a Skype jam group with my friends. We remind to each other after 1 minute, after 1 hour to take 1 minute break. And trust me, your mind needs those breaks. And with that 1 minute break, I energize myself and I charge myself. And my next hour, I'm more productive, I'm more efficient. So before we move further, I want all of you to experience that 1 minute break with me. A clear mind. Taking just a minute, I turn my attention inwards. I silently observe my thoughts. Each thought, a ripple on the surface of a lake. I gently remind myself, I am like that deep, tranquil lake. As my mind touches tranquility, I allow calmness to wash over me, clearing the mind, returning me to my true peaceful nature. I allow peace to flow into my actions. I hope you are all feeling energized and calm. So we do have here 15 minutes left, and I wanted to share something, power of thoughts. We do all know positive thinking is good, but ask yourself, what was the last time when you made conscious effort to do positive thinking? And I'm saying word conscious effort because there is so much negativity around us today. You open media, TV, news, internet, right? So we are hearing more negative things than positive. And words, what we hear, all our five senses, what we hear from, through our ears, what we see through eyes, right? What we speak, all these things, input sources to our mind does matter. We all know what, in garbage in, garbage out. So we need to see, we all want to feed good food, healthy food to our body. But what am I feeding to my mind? So on high level, there are 4 kind of thoughts: positive, negative, necessary, and waste thoughts. And what I noticed most of the time goes in waste thoughts. Past is past. It has gone, but I still keep it with me. I'm brooding. I'm having those resentment, regrets, right? And we were talking in the beginning about future. Nobody knows what is future, stock market, housing market, job market, my kids' future. And I am imagining, I'm having that fear, fall things appearing real in my mind. It drains out my energy. Those are waste thoughts. Even it will not happen maybe. I'm not saying planning is not good. Yes, we need to plan. We do have short-term planning. We do have long-term planning. But turning into worry, is it wise? So I'm not going to go in details here, what are other types of thoughts. So I today wanted to focus on power of thought and positive thinking. I'm on slide 15. Thoughts are the seeds, and we all know, as you sow, so shall you reap. So if you are having powerful thoughts, your actions will be good. Actions are just manifestation of your thoughts. And you will feel joy if you have positive thoughts. And opposite is also true. You will never feel good with negative thoughts. We were saying guilt. Is guilt positive or is guilt negative? If it is negative, you are feeling low. So what I'm trying to say here, as you think, so you become. So after every hour, check your thoughts. Am I thinking positive or am I thinking negative? Those 4 type of thoughts I was sharing. So I will give you an analogy. So like on freeway, you have 4 lanes and you're driving, you're the master, you are in the car. So there are 4 type of thoughts and they are getting originated in your mind. So now as a master, you should be able to change your thoughts. Just observe, if it is going in negative direction, take a pause and tell yourself, I need to change my thinking. I need to steer my thoughts in positive direction. It will not happen just next day. I will be very frank with you. I have been doing, this meditation for more than 10 years, and now I have that control. I can sense it when, negativity is coming towards me, or I am feeling little bit overwhelmed. So I don't complain. I just try to find solution. And what I said in the beginning, I do take care of myself. I realize, I am overworked. My body needs rest. My mind needs rest. So instead of complaining, I give that time and space to myself so that I am more productive and I'm able to take care of my work as well as my family. When I tell this to people, people say, no, it's, hard. It's not easy. Listening all these things sounds good, but practical life, it's hard. And my question to them is, how do you make it easy? My 14-year-old, she does play piano, and she does come sometimes to me and saying mathematics is hard or piano is hard. My question to her is, okay, how do you make it easy? The only secret is practice, practice, practice. And you will be able to master your mind as well as your life, and you will enjoy it. I'm on slide 16 now. So as I was saying in the beginning, situations will be there, challenges will be there, obstacles will be there. But are we going to just simply quit or give up? That's easy. I don't think we want to do that. Unfortunately, that's what is happening in industry today, and we are losing that women talent, and business are impacted because of that. And we are trying to inspire young girls. In my mind, it's a leaky pipe. We are not able to sustain our existing workforce, and we are now inspiring young girls. If they see us leaving this field, will they be inspired? Right? So what message can we give to them? I tell my daughter and my daughter's friends, you can influence your own self. You can change your thoughts. You can tailor make your response to the situation. Your attitude is very, very important. I was talking about, that female who left the workforce. She changed many job roles, but she was not able to change herself, her perception, right? So change of perception is very, very important, because perception does become reality if you keep churning the same thoughts. I'm sure you might have heard, power of thought, law of attraction. There is a YouTube video movie you can see, The Secret. If you keep repeating one thought over and over again, it will happen. So here I'm showing you, yes, you can say, you can victimize yourself, you can keep complaining, you can say, people don't give me respect. But ask yourself, is respect something you can snatch from others and put it to yourself? Or can you buy it from shopping mall? All these are very deep concepts. But what I'm saying is, we cannot change others. We are not the beggar of respect. We cannot all the time ask, right? We don't need appreciation. We don't need approval. We need to tell ourselves, like, I am wonderful, I am worthy, I have abundant with me. Develop that self-confidence, that trust in yourself first before you ask others. Once you do that within you, you will see beautiful things happening. Respect will come back to you. People will start respecting you, loving you, trusting you. It's a matter of taking that first step towards that journey. So here I'm repeating on slide 18, what you get what you give. If you are thinking positive, positive experiences will happen. And if you are thinking negative, then negative things will happen. It's all in your hand. So I'm on slide 19 now. I'm talking here about positive programming. When I talk to people, they say, oh, I'm already programmed. This is how my upbringing is. It's hard for me to change. I cannot change. I don't agree with that. I believe all of us have that capability to reprogram ourselves. Everybody, I'm sure, has that experience of using Alt, Control, Delete keys on your keyboard when your computer is malfunctioning. We reboot our browsers, Deanna was saying before this session, right? So use that. Control your life. Be the master of your own self. Find the alternative instead of keep complaining. Find the solutions and delete what is not working for you. Delete the old files which you don't need, the past hurt, regrets, resentment. Look forward, move forward. Start your day with positive thinking. When I tell this to people, they are saying, no, it's hard to generate. I say, that's fine. You can read. There are so many books available on internet today, free stuff, but we don't have time for our own self to fill ourselves with that positivity. If you're not able to do it, at least surround yourself with the positive people. Negative people, they drain out your energy. Positive people will uplift you. And once you start building that positivity, you will be able to inspire others. It is a matter of making that connection. And as I said in the beginning, that clear your mind, check your thoughts intermittently. If you are not able to do every hour in the beginning, that's fine. Whenever you're taking bio break, whenever you're driving back to home, whenever you're drinking water, quickly check what's happening inside and change. Change your lane of that thought from negative to positive. And practice meditation every day. And I'm sure you will start experiencing benefits within few days. And now science has shown so many experiments where they are saying, yes, meditation does help. And I am telling you myself because I am experiencing benefits myself. And during 1 hour, if nothing is bothering you, that's wonderful. I'm so glad to know that. You can spend that 1 minute doing positive affirmation. Tell yourself you are wonderful, you like yourself, and you have special qualities. Same times, I was talking about SWOT analysis. Don't ignore your weaknesses. It is life garden. We do have flowers and there could be weeds. We need to take care of our garden. Pull out those weeds. And accept others. Like instead of getting bothered why he's doing like that, my mother-in-law said that to me, accept others as the way they are. Look best in them. Everyone has something good in them, right? Slide number 21. Yes, we talked about situations will be there, but you don't need to react. Take a pause and tell yourself you will be stable, things will not last forever. I need to be happy no matter what. And whenever you are having that anxiety for future, tell yourself, good things will happen in future. Every situation can bring opportunity for me if I have the right mindset. So now what is your choice? You have heard me for almost an hour. What we think like, I will be positive when things are working in my favor, when everything is good, when it is spring, flowers are blossoming, I am happy, right? When it is weather is drought is there, I'm not happy, right? As I said, situations will be there. But how do you experience that easiness when you think positive? So choice is yours. So make that choice. And at the end, I wanted to say on slide 23, life is a laboratory. You need to experiment. I said many things today. It did work out for me, but all of us are on individual journey. Your situation could be different. Your obstacles could be different. But my request to all of you is experiment. Experiment that 1 minute break after every hour. It did wonders to me. And I'm hopeful. I'm pretty sure it will do wonders to you. In the beginning, you may need reminders using apps or like going to website. Within a week, your body clock will be adjusted. You will love that 1 minute break. You will look forward to it. And end of the day, your energy level, you will top up that energy level. Go home with that energy level. Your relationship at home with your kids, with your spouse will be amazing. So first step needs to start from you. And God also helped those who help themselves. So with that, I wanted to be respectful of your time and Deanna's time here. It's already, we are reaching top of the hour. On slide 24, you do have references which I used for my transformation. And slide 25, you do have my contact. If you enjoyed today's session, please do tell Deanna I will come back. Thank you for joining me today.
What a wonderful session. I think we need a series. I think we all can agree that each one of the slides that you presented could be its own session. And I think that this is something women in technology around the world need. And it's great to have this community, this hour together to start to explore that. Really an amazing session. One quick question, and someone brought this up, and I think this is an issue that a lot of us encounter on a regular basis, especially in technology, is this judgment issue. When we are being judged, either a perceived judgment or a real judgment, how to deflect the negativity that can often create in that cycle of talk that will perpetuate as a result of that negativity. I know the 1 minute reset at the beginning of every hour is a great way to do that. But do you have other suggestions about the judgment in particular?
Definitely, and I think I will first, if we are starting series, I will like to take this topic first because I have gone through many instances at workplace where people were judging me with my age, with my, gender and many other things, but I did not absorb that negativity at all. And that perseverance, believing in yourself, knowing yourself who you are is very critical, very important. Once you know you are wonderful, you are awesome, it doesn't matter how people are judging you. You need to address your fears. Yes, everybody has those fears. They don't want to be judged. But again, you cannot stop people, but you can protect yourself, knowing who you are.
Great advice. And I agree with you. I think that's the first one we should address. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for an amazing session. What a great way to conclude Voices. We have one last session on transition, which will start in an hour. And I hope that you will join that session as well. It will also be very thought-provoking. I kind of left the thought-provoking sessions for the end. I think that's good because it will leave us in such a better place. So thank you so much for an amazing talk, Punam.
It was my pleasure.
And thank you, everybody. And I hope you will copy this URL. It will be the recording in just a few minutes. You can share it with friends and colleagues. I hope you will do that. And also let them know about the other great sessions that we have at Voices. They've all been recorded, so they're available to you and your colleagues whenever you would like. So thank you again. Thank you, Punam. Bye, everybody.